Welcome to Women's World Show with me, Clara Kronberg. We share the stories of successful women across the globe to inspire and motivate you. Every woman has a story, so share yours with us. Today we are meeting with Yaira Tay Thompson, who is a Ghanaian mom, blogger and a teacher based in Denmark. Welcome to the show, Yaira. It's so nice to see you again.
Yeah, it is. Thanks for having me.
Well, I know a bit about you, but a lot of people would love to know more about you because I think you are a phenomenal woman. Being that you moved from Ghana and you migrated to Denmark and you are doing a lot of different stuff. But let me start that you lead us to that. As in, how did you move from Ghana to Denmark? How is the transition or the migration like?
Thank you. So I moved to Denmark because I married a Dane, and one of the Danish rules was that to live, and we both had to live in a country where our combined impact on society was the greatest. So my husband already has 2 kids from a previous marriage, and I came into the marriage alone with no kids. So it made sense for me to be the one who moved to Denmark instead of him moving to Ghana. So that's how I found myself in Denmark. The move itself was not as easy as I thought it would be in my head, because I mean, I've lived in other countries before, so I thought, you know, it's one more country, it doesn't make a difference. But it did make a difference. It's not been easy moving like I thought it would be in my head.
When you say easy moving, or it has not been easy moving, what makes it different from other countries that you have moved to?
I think the major difference is that coming from an African background, we are so used to being raised around family that we take it for granted. Whether they are directly involved in our lives or not, they are there in the background. And because most of the time they're there in the background, we forget the fact that they are actually there. But moving here to Denmark, it was a lot more realistic for me the first time I needed to do something, and I realized that, oh, it's just my husband and I. There's no other extended family. Denmark is basically the population of Accra alone. The whole country is the population of just Accra. So it's kind of hard to expect that you meet family here when you move impromptu without, you know, when you're dating someone, you don't do research on which of your family members live in the country that person lives in. So I think the reality hits you harder because you come to terms with the fact that, wait, so I have always lived in a bubble. I have always lived with family around, whether I knew it or not. And now I have to navigate doing things truly on my own. Even though we all think we're independent, you're not actually independent until you have to do it on your own and realize that, oh, I'm alone, you know?
Amen to that. I agree with you totally because, of course, like you, I moved from Nigeria, Ghana, to Denmark before I moved to Spain. And then I have 1 child. You have 2 children and you are expecting, like I said, I've already told you, you are my hero. So
oh, thank you.
The challenging part, do you think, how is it like having the 2 kids, still expecting and doing it all by yourself, no help, literally?
It's hard. It's very hard. I actually recently recorded a video for my YouTube channel about childcare options because I realized how, you know, when you're home, you don't even think about do I need a nanny? Because if you need to dash out, you can just drop the kids off with your parents or your aunts, and then you are living in a country where most of the time, a lot of people who live abroad end up also having bills that they pay back at home for people. So then, yes, of course, I'm on my third child. So obviously I've taken a lot of time out of the job market. So that's not an option to think about having an au pair right now, because part of being at home with the kids is that I have to show documentation that I'm spending most of the day with them. But basically your kids go everywhere with you. So
that's right.
It's a lot challenging, especially in this pandemic times where there are a lot of limits on how many people can go for events, how many people can be in a place at a time. For example, my husband and I got invited to a wedding since last year before the pandemic, but the wedding was this summer. So then it happened during the pandemic, and they could only have, I think, 50 guests at that time was the maximum in Denmark. So my husband and I are invited, but our kids are not invited because they count as well. So now both of us have to decide which of us is staying at home with the kids and who is going for the wedding. So it makes it hard on a relationship as well, especially in these times where you're the only caregivers for your kids. So you kind of can't even do things together. You have to pick and choose who goes where and who stays with the kids.
I totally agree with you. And you have recently started blogging, parenting, marriage, lifestyle, but we will continue on that right after this break. Welcome back to Women's World Show. Before the break, we were talking with Yaira Tate Thompson, who was telling us how she moved or migrated to Denmark. Before the break, I say that you started blogging about parenting, marriage, lifestyle, and you are also a teacher, of course, which you are now on maternity leave, doing the blogging and everything. I love it. But what inspired you to start this?
So when I was pregnant with my first son, I was still in school. I had just started school a few months before I found out I was pregnant. And I thought it would be brilliant to document every single week what was happening. Yeah, that did not happen. I think I wrote like, I started halfway. I think I started at like 17 weeks. And by 19 weeks, I had forgotten the fact that I had to write because I had so much schoolwork. So when I gave birth to my second son, in the first 3 months of delivery, my mom was with me. So I really took advantage of that time. I did not move an inch. I was letting her do everything, because I knew I only had it for 3 months. So, I mean, if the baby even cried in the middle of the night, I wouldn't get up. I'm like, mommy, and I'll go back to bed. So I went back to my blog and I decided, oh, it'd be cool to write about this journey, especially now that I'm on child number 2 and life here is way different with a kid than when I talk to my friends back home and how they juggle things. So that's what got me back into blogging. At that time, my oldest was old enough that I was doing a lot of activities at home with him that I was pulling from my background, from my teacher education. So I decided to just incorporate that as well into the blog because, I mean, what's a mom if she's not writing about what she does to keep her child busy so other moms can also
learn from it. Learn from it
and do it.
Amazing. And you have really, I think you have written a lot of things that are really inspiring, and a lot of women can actually relate to it because it makes you feel that you are not alone in your journey. And one of the things you have actually blogged about was very sensitive and powerful, and something that a lot of women will never, but don't really find the courage to discuss or talk about? You blogged about losing a child. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
We can talk about it. We'll probably cry a bit, but we can talk about it.
Oh, tell us what happened, and how did you heal from this?
I still don't know what happened. I don't think I am healed, but it's easier to talk about now. I think what made it easier for me to open up about it was the fact that I had my second child not long afterwards, a year afterwards actually.
Well, you are not just a teacher, you're not just a blogger, you also reach out to a lot of women back home and a lot of children actually back home in Ghana. And that's why did you start this Corey? Okay, I'm gonna allow you to pronounce the name.
The Caricure Foundation comes from the word curriculum because I'm a teacher. Duh. I'm nerdy like that. But basically what happened was that I was talking to a friend and we were talking about how bad reading habits are in Ghana right now, and how when we were kids, we formed a book club, and then we started reading Babysitters Club, and then we decided to form a Babysitters Club. So we wanted to do something like that. So the first school I actually worked with was my primary school that I started my journey with. And it used to be a parent-teacher school. What a parent-teacher school means is that the parents and the teachers own the school together. And so they are responsible for how the school performs. So it's not private, but it's not government. It's somewhere in between. And the standards were really high when I was growing up, but going back, their standards were so low that even kids in 6th grade equivalent could not spell basic words. And I found that really sad. So that was how it all started.
Great. But you asked, you kind of raised awareness. You've raised awareness for it, and you collect books from Denmark and every other part of the world actually, and then send back to Ghana. Has that improved? And how many children do you have under your wings right now? Because I know you usually travel once a year, if I'm correct.
Yes. Yes. So I do this in the summertime because that's when I am out of school and when they are also out of school. So that they don't have to choose between partaking in the program and full-time education. But it's basically to supplement and show them that there are options out there if they want to continue on with this journey. So we started with just reading the first year. Right. And then the second year, I expanded to math and science as well. So far, because last year I couldn't do it because of the whole pandemic situation, and also because I had just had a baby in the summer, right before the pandemic. But so far we have impacted almost 400 kids.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And it's been running. It's been running basically full-time running for 2 years, 2017 and 2018. 2019 could not happen because I had a baby, and then this year we had a pandemic.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Well, you've done a great job, and I've seen a few of your works. Keep up with that. Thank you. If someone wants to reach out to you, Yaira, how and where can they reach to you?
So they can just go to the website, curricu.org. curricu.org, right. And they could just fill out a form or click on the link to send an email, and I reply. I literally live on my phone. I reply immediately.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining and sharing a bit of you. It's not even half of you have shared today, but I know that you're doing a great job, and I admire you as a woman. Thank you once again for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And for those of you at home, remember to speak up, talk to someone, call someone, and allow yourself to feel you are not alone. Well, It has been an interesting one, but the show is not over yet, so stay tuned. Coming up next are Women's World Show Christmas gift trends. Nice, like see me walking in.
Yeah.
This is really good. So what shoe can I pair this with? For example, this dress. I really like it.
You can wear these shoes.
The sandals.
Yeah.
That always work.
This one is also nice.
Oh, that's actually what you're wearing.
Yes,
nice.
exactly. So this is a shoe that you can wear for everything from Elisabetta Franchi. Yeah.
I really like it, yeah.
Yeah, this one is the choice for this.
So let's talk about jewelry, because you can mix, you can finish all the festive season. Maybe somebody want to put in their wish list what they want for Christmas. So what kind of jewelry would you recommend?
Yeah, jewelry. We have Christmas jewelry.
Oh, I like that package. That's nice.
So
this is good.
we have like stars and this
really
looks like snow.
It's so nice.
So it's very nice.
And I like the fact that it's light. It's actually not heavy.
Yeah. It's like earrings, very nice, like red, like Christmas.
Yeah, perfect.
This is our Christmas jewelry.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Angelica. This is nice.
We have also a bag.
Oh, this. Is this a bag?
Yeah, it's a bag.
Oh, really?
You can wear.
This is good.
Like a little present.
It is. A little cute one. I like it. Thanks. Thank you so much, Angelica. It's really nice. So I'm gonna just take my time, try a few things on, and
with pleasure.
add
Feel
it
at
all
home.
to my wish list.
With pleasure. Thank you very much, Claire.
Thank you. Angelica definitely knows what I like. These I'm trying on. Well, there you have it. Those were my Elizabetha Frankie Christmas gift trends for the festive season, which I will put on my wish list. And my husband probably have to work extra hours to get me those. Hope you had a good time with us today. I will see you on the next episode of Women's Watch Show with me, Clara Kronborg.